Now, this is a fun segment I've been waiting for here. The month of January, it's well underway, you may be aware, but you may not be aware. It's also time to draw attention to Veganuary. That's an annual challenge that promotes and educates about veganism, encouraging people to follow a vegan lifestyle for the month of January. And while admittedly I'm not a vegan, I do recognize it's a big and growing part of local culture here in Tel Aviv, which is why I'm always eager to highlight it. But for much more than going to the source of the story here, we're joined in the studio by Ben Rachmani. He's the chef and owner of 416, a top vegan restaurant in Tel Aviv. I had someone outside the studio here, Ben, tell me it's the top restaurant.
Thank you.
Tel Aviv. Someone who's a vegan. So.
We actually just won for the third time in a row best vegan restaurant and also best entree.
Awesome.
This year we didn't get dessert, but usually we do.
Okay, so still a goal to reach out there and obtain. I mean, first of all, tell us about your restaurant. You brought some great looking food here. Tell us about the establishment. I mean, how long has it been running? What's happening with it?
So we opened the place about 6 years ago. The name 416 comes from the original address. It was Rehov Arba'a, number 16. So 416. It actually burned down 6 months ago, the restaurant.
Okay.
Gas, kitchen fire. We had like a big thing on Head Start. We opened a new restaurant 40 days later across the street.
So you guys are on the north side of town, and
we're in the TLV Fashion Mall now.
And Rachmani, right? The street there. Okay.
And 94,
so,
yeah.
I mean, it's a really central location. I know you're busy. I mean, have you seen the business rise? Sort of in line with the trajectory of
oh yeah, for sure. When we opened, a lot of people were expecting us to fail. Like opening in such like a prime location, such a big place, like such a big investment, and then like oh, chef, restaurant, cocktail bar, but then like vegan, they're like, that's not gonna work. But most of the street, like all the restaurants changed almost except us. So we survived, and through Corona and through wars and through a fire that we had recently. So.
Goodness. What do you say about Tel Aviv? As an incubator, a hub for veganism, though.
First of all, I grew up in New York. I grew up in the States, and like I've traveled a bit, and I think Tel Aviv is one of the, very expensive, but one of the coolest, best cities I've been to. I think it's a must-visit city.
In terms of the vegan scene, is it
huge vegan scene? It's up there now.
The capital of it, like we kind of think we are. It's among the most sort of vegan progressive.
Yeah, I would say today, like London, Berlin, Tel Aviv, Portland, New York, San Francisco. Those are like some of the leading vegan cities.
Well, enough of the sort of blah blah around this. You brought some incredible looking food here today. I mean, tell us. I think the camera can get a good look at these dishes.
So what we do is what we're famous for is that we create all our own products. So we don't buy like Beyond Meat or Redefined Meat, even though we love them and we do other things with them. But our thing is we make our own meat. So this would be our handmade seitan steak.
Wow.
We make also our own cheeses, for example. That's labane that we do from soy milk. We really cook it like you would cheese in a cloth and everything. These are the Korean barbecue mushrooms. We make our own sauces as well. So the Korean barbecue sauce is also homemade. Moroccan cigars. That's our fried calamari. It's a very popular dish. We do it from king oyster mushrooms. Okay. They have a very thick and rubbery stem that we turn into rings and fry them, and it really reminds you texture-wise. And then this would be our ruby salad. It's with like cashew almond feta cheese. We also make in-house smoked candied almonds, just a bunch of nice leaves and a great vinaigrette and some roasted pears with basil.
I was checking out the menu before this, and some of this, like the calamari, it's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
How is this? What's this doing on a vegan menu?
We're a very high
inspiration there.
So we're a very high volume restaurant. We have about 160 seats, and we work 7 days a week from noon to midnight, 360 days a year. And the whole menu is on Walt and Tendis and Mishlocha and everything. So if I had like a 30-seat restaurant, I do like much different dishes and plate with tweezers and everything. But here we're trying to find the food that people want to eat. So like, I'm a foodie. I love everything. But no one wakes up and he's like, oh, I'm so hungry. I want 3 different textures of pumpkin with cinnamon crumble and ginger foam. People want labane. They want steaks. They want cigars. They want Caesar salad. So that's the kind of food we make.
I want one of these calamari things over here.
Yeah, go ahead. Dip it in the sauce. The sauce
I gotta dip it in the sauce.
Yeah, that's all the flavor.
Among all the things on the menu, I said, what is that? I gotta try this out.
Try it at the restaurant. It's even better. Nice crunch. So we also specialize in cocktails. That's a lot of things. Sometimes it doesn't come up as much on TV because everyone wants us to bring food, but we're one of the top 10 cocktail bars in Israel. Some will say top 5. Wow. And also in the cocktail bar, everything is craft. We do all our own juices, our own syrups. We do fat washes. We do homemade tinctures. infusions, blends, like really high-level techniques.
We're going to get you to bring some drinks next time. Huh?
Next time we'll come to happy hour, man.
This is delicious.
Glad you like it.
This is fascinating. You know, I'm just seeing, you know, as you mentioned, you know, it's, I don't want to say imitation, but you're putting out familiar dishes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And now we've reached the point where 70% and over of our customers are actually not vegan. So they eat regular cigars and regular calamari and regular lamane and regular, we also do like Caesar salad and all these things. And they actually tell us, this is my favorite version of this food, and they're not vegan. So that's what we were aiming for, to show people you can eat the same food you like, vegan, and it's even better than half the other ones you've tried.
My first bite is definitely drawing me back, you know, for more. And
Yeah.
you know, I don't have a fork here, so I know there's a eager crew outside the studio too that wants to get in.
This is all for you guys. But
what's your top sort of, you know, selling dish? Do you have one? Do you have a signature thing? That
we do. We make all our homemade seitan, and those dishes fly. So we do like a roast beef sandwich, which is it's one of the best sellers also for deliveries and also in the restaurant. And the calamari has always been a big thing because the bar, you know, if you do like Friday night dinner at home, but then you want to kind of go out for the vibe, you sit on the bar, have a drink, you know, take a little something small on the side, the calamari kills. But really we aim for a menu that's as evenly spread out as possible as far as sales. That way we know that all the dishes are good. If we see like dishes that don't move, you know, we try to change them up a little bit.
Truly incredible. This display is dazzling me. I mean, it's, you know, extremely appetizing and good. We're going to dig into this afterwards. 416. So all I'm going to do is recommend it to our viewers right now to get out there, certainly for cocktail hour. Ben Rachmani. Fun to host you in the studio, and really appreciate you bringing us.
Thank you guys for having us, and hopefully we'll see you at the restaurant too.
Absolutely.
You know,
Thanks
you
for
host
coming
us,
in.
we host you.
and happy Veganuary, if I'm even saying it right.
Yeah, V's up.
So before I dig into all this, I got a few more things to bring to our viewers here. So sit tight. Some of our more